Hi, I'm Deputy Chief Harold Thompson. Welcome to Fire Prevention Services. Hi, I'm Deputy Chief Harold Thompson again. I'm with Fire Prevention Services, and after visiting 10 stations, we wanted to give you an inside look on 3 sections that are very vital to the department. In those 3 sections, we have fire investigation, code compliance, as well as community risk reduction. Dealing with community risk reduction, we have developed a wall of fame over here that shows some of our smoke alarms that were in homes and actually working at the time of the fire and saved people's lives. Let's go visit with Chief Morgan with Code Compliance and get a more in-detail look exactly what a code officer faces on a daily basis.
Greetings. My name is Prince Morgan. I am the Battalion Chief, Assistant Fire Marshal of Fire Code Compliance. I've been on the Oklahoma City Fire Department for going on 18 years. I've been invested into fire prevention for over 8 years. We have 16 total inspectors, 2 fire protection specialists, as well as 2 office assistants. The 16 inspectors are broken down by 6 district inspectors that mirror the districts in the field, and they're in charge of doing all of the life safety inspections as well as any operational permit inspections that come about in those particular districts. We also have 4 new construction inspectors. We also have specialty inspectors such as a hotel motel inspector as well as a high-rise inspector. We also have what's called our apartment team, and that's a team of 3 inspectors that's broken up regionally, and that's what our team is comprised of. Just last fiscal year, our team had totaled close to 18,000 inspections and plan reviews to keep the residents of Oklahoma City safe. With all of that being said, let's go ahead and take a brief tour of our fire code compliance section so you guys can take a look at where we work at and where we're stationed at and what we do. Fire code compliance officers live in 2 worlds. Sometimes they're here in the office doing paperwork, but the majority of the time they're out in the field serving the residents of Oklahoma City. As I stated earlier, close to 18,000 inspections and plan reviews were just completed last fiscal year. So those guys are really, really busy doing a lot of work. We have one of our inspectors here, Major Cogburn here, is just getting caught up on some trainings. Our inspectors are also required to keep up on their trainings and stay CLEAT certified. So a lot of times they may come into the office to kind of stay up on their trainings and things of that nature. So we happen to catch someone in the office catching up on their trainings right here. And if you'll walk with me this way, you'll see that we also have our fire protection specialist section over here. And we would consider them the knowledge hub of the fire department. They do a lot of plan reviews, as you can see over there. Mr. Mike Wilson, who's been with the city for over 40 years, is still hard at it, keeping our city safe and doing fire protection plan reviews. And that about wraps it up for fire code compliance. I'll close by saying this: fire code compliance is a very humble job in which all of the fire code compliance officers are pretty much bathed in humility. They do a lot of work for the residents of Oklahoma City to feel and be safe in every building or occupancy that they go into, as well as anyone that's doing any kind of operation that may require a permit. They don't always get to see the benefits of their labor, but they get to go home and go to bed at night knowing that they did all they can from a proactive approach instead of reactive approach in making sure that the residents of Oklahoma City is safe. They do very, very diligent work, and we're very, very thankful for their efforts. With that being said, speaking of the proactive approach, I'm going to pass the mic on to our community risk reduction Chief, Mr. Chief Bennett.
Hello everyone, I'm District Chief Donnie Bennett of Community Risk Reduction, and I've been in this section for about 8 months now. I've been in fire prevention services for about 3.5 years. The first few years serving as in the fire marshal's office was as a fire code compliance officer, and before that jumping on and off fire trucks for about 13 years. So follow us and I'll show you around the community risk reduction work area. Something that's unique about the community risk reduction section is, we have a team of 9, including myself, and 8 community risk reduction officers that do fire and life safety education. They're all professional public educators, and they have a lot of pride in doing what they do and providing the best services to the residents of Oklahoma City. So just a little bit about what we do and some of the programs and services that we provide as a section. We do medical training, CPR, stop the bleed. We also do general fire and life safety, fire extinguisher training. We also do senior adult education as well. And we provide business plans and evacuation plans for various businesses within the Oklahoma City limits as well. And we also have a wildland urban interface team, and we're able to go out and provide education to the residents on that as well, and even do assessments at individuals' homes and even in neighborhoods. We can go out and speak to homeowners associations and things like that to get that wildland urban interface education to the residents as well. As we walk through, I'll show you, there's a few community risk reduction officers that are working right now. The majority of the work that we do as a section is of course out in the public. So in this workstation, and these individual workstations where we are right now, they do a lot of scheduling, changing in curriculums and building presentations and things like that, just making sure that everything is good to go when we go out and provide those educational services to the public. Something that we just recently started as a section is group mentoring. So if there's groups out there, just providing that mentorship, and also including in a fire and life safety, just the educational component to that mentoring. I think that it's something that's good for our residents, and it's also, proven to be somewhat of a recruiting tool for us, because as we go out and we talk to the youth and tell them about just the fire department and fire prevention, it gives them something to look up to. And we've been out and we've done it a couple times and thought that it was pretty interesting to say, the kids would come up and say, hey, that's what I want to do when I grow up. So pretty cool that we're able to do that as well. Something else that we do, the Oklahoma City Fire Department smoke alarm program is a collaborative effort, all throughout the department, not just fire prevention services, but we do house all of the smoke alarms that we provide to the residents of Oklahoma City. Here, we kind of manage the, just distributing those and making sure that they get out, in addition to the smoke alarm canvas program that we kind of, I don't want to say revitalized, but somewhat revitalized, because it was kind of difficult for us to do that during COVID. But now, of course, with post-COVID, past pandemic, so we're getting that back up and going again. But that's something else that the community risk reduction section does. Something else that's unique about this section is we have a graphics officer here. Serves a dual role. He is a community risk reduction officer as well as a graphics officer. And this is his office. Of course, he's always busy working. He's in here working now, working on various projects, not only for the community risk reduction section, but the Oklahoma City Fire Department as a whole. It's very important for us to have a graphics officer here in this building, just because we do a lot of presentations and things like that. So he works on the graphic side of that and make sure that everything is updated, coloring books, stickers, things of that nature. This is the office and the gentleman that makes this happen. And going back to having a dual role, he's a graphics officer and still a community risk reduction officer at the same time. So just something that I think that all the residents of Oklahoma City could be proud of when it comes to this section. Not just this section, but of course the fire department as a whole, but just being able to get out and provide the educational services to the residents and the business owners and the people that work within Oklahoma City limits. But that's really all we have. for the community risk reduction section. You know, the majority of the work that we do is outside of this office. This is just kind of the scheduling, you know, just the desk space, if you will. So without further ado, I'll walk down the hall and we'll introduce you to Chief Hoffman of Fire Investigations.
Hi, I'm Johnny Hoffman. I am the Battalion Chief / Assistant Fire Marshal for the Fire Prevention Services. I am actually in charge of the Fire Investigation Unit. My office is right here. It stays pretty cluttered because I stay pretty busy. I've been on for 17 years for Oklahoma City. I've been in the fire pension for 27 years now as of April 1st. We'll move on down here to the fire investigation work area. This area here is a combination room. This is also an interview room. There's hidden cameras and mics in there that we keep turned off unless we're actually interviewing somebody. And moving on in here, we go into like a break room for the fire investigation or anybody in the building. And then you can see there's a day room in there that they can watch TV in. It's nice to have a little downtime for these guys. Fire investigation is primarily responsible for doing origin and cause determinations. That is the most important thing. I tell everybody when they come over here that I need two different officers. I need a fire investigator and I need a police officer. And in that order, fire investigation is much more important to me because you can get, if without an accurate origin and cause, there's no way that you would even need the other one. You wouldn't need to be a police officer then. We run 4 platoons, so 4 shifts. We have a total of 12 investigators. They're broken into 3 personnel on each of those shifts. We have basically a shift 1, 2, 3, and 4. Other than that, since the latter part of 2021, we have incorporated a lot of new partners. We have a good working relationship with the Sheriff's Department, Police Department, well, several police departments actually, and ATF and FBI. So we have came a long way in a short amount of time. I'm proud of these guys. If you want to talk about this room, I can't let you in here because this is our evidence room. That's where we store actual evidence that still could go to court. So, but we do have bedrooms for each one of them. We're working on a remodel. This is just one of the guys have their stuff set up here. Every day though, the stuff gets shifted out. But this is just one bedroom. That day room you saw in there, after we do a remodel, will become another bedroom. And then upstairs, we're gonna separate the living quarters up there to have 2 separate bedrooms, so we'll have a total of 4. So if we ever do expand to a 4th investigator, we'll have separate sleeping quarters for all of them. This is the physical fitness room for the guys to work out in. It's pretty nice. It's pretty the same as I think most everybody's, except for maybe the space. The remodel will expand into this way a little bit, make it a little bit bigger for us. And the other sleeping quarters are upstairs. Watch your step. Yeah, since 2021, we've actually apprehended on two people that were serial arsonists. We were able to get 11 counts of arson on each one of them, but it literally closed 25 cases that we had. And we've had some other ones like that too. We had a security guard that was setting fires, like little trash fires all over the place, and we were able to do a little sting and catch him. So, but this is our sleeping quarters and where the lockers are. This is Sade Goins. She's our office coordinator. She reports directly to Chief Thompson, but I promise there's not a chief in this building that couldn't do anything without her. Anytime we have anything dealt with cleat, she's our go-to person. In pretty much any matter, for that matter, she's irreplaceable. Up at the front, the communication hub for our department is the office assistants. There's 2 of them. We have Miranda and Cindy. They're the ones who get us all our good ratings on customer service. When people come in here, they're very, very good at their job. I believe we'll be losing Miranda, though, to another city department, so we're disappointed about that, but glad for her opportunity.
Thank you for stopping by Fire Prevention Services. We're located at 2300 General Pershing. And remember, we're here if you need us.